Welcome back, everybody, to another Behind the Kernel video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is we're going to be talking about movies coming out in 2025. As it's starting to look right now, 2025 is going to be one of the biggest years for just film, video games, TV shows, all that stuff. And I thought we could just look ahead a little bit and see what is to come and just talk about how excited I am about these different projects that are coming out. So real quick before we do that, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing so you don't miss any other videos like this or reactions as well. And without further ado, let's dive into the 2025 movies. Okay, so we have a couple of different tiers here that I've customized. We have Give It To Me Now, which basically means I want it right this second. I'm done waiting for it. These are obviously going to be like my most anticipated stuff. To I'm ready, excited, sure, why not? And I don't care. So let's get started. Aladdin 2. So of course, okay, I guess this means the live action one. I liked the first live action one. It was good. It was a little weird. It was good. I would say for that, I'm excited. I'm excited right now because Disney has a track record with these live action movies that I'm not always too sure about. Okay. Shrek 5. I'm putting in I'm ready. Here's why I'm putting it in I'm ready. Normally I would have put this in Give It To Me Now, but DreamWorks has been on this little trend where they've started like really going downhill with some of their past franchises. Some not so much, like for example Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was really good. I was also not a huge fan of Kung Fu Panda 4. So I'm just nervous that Shrek 5 is going to either just, I'm nervous about it. So I guess we'll kind of just have to see where that goes. I believe this is the live action How to Train Your Dragon. This is gonna be a Netflix thing, I believe. I think I'm actually, if I'm being honest, I'm a little bit more excited for this than I am the Shrek, just because it's in somebody else's hands. And I typically like when Netflix, Netflix has been putting out some pretty good projects as of recently. So I trust them for now. Superman Legacy. Give It To Me Now. I think this is the movie that is truly going to like either make or break the DC, James Gunn's DC. If it's Superman is a name that everybody knows. If you don't know who Superman is, you've probably been living under a rock. So I guess we'll just have to see with that. Captain America, this is the one with Sam Wilson, Brave New World or New World Order, something of that sort. I am going to put that here. I am very excited for it. I'm nervous. The only thing I'm like nervous about is that I liked all the characters in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Wasn't crazy about the plot. They gotta sell me on the plot here. From what I know, it's gonna definitely involve, Thaddeus Bolt Ross and him turning into the Red Hulk and things of that nature. But I need to see a trailer for it first because I need to know like what they're trying to do here. Beyond the Spider-Verse. Give It To Me Now. I'm ready for that. If that truly is coming out next year, like we all believe it to, it might be movie of the year because Across the Spider-Verse was, I believe, if not the top, it might have been my best movie of 2023, and this would be no different. So I'm clearly very excited for that movie. Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time. I don't know if that is coming out next year. That could just be on this list randomly. But let's just assume that it is coming out next year. It's gonna go right here. I really like the first Shang-Chi movie, and I want to see more. I don't want to put everything in Give It To Me Now, but needless to say, I'm very excited for Simu Liu to make his role as Shang-Chi. The Spectacular Spider-Man, Give It To Me Now. I'm ready for that. all day, especially with like the whole rumor of Daredevil being in it and it being like, you know, there's gonna be like Tom Holland like without Spider-Man or without Iron Man kind of thing. Yeah, I want that now. And especially I hope he's in the new suit because I would love to see him just swinging around in that new suit. That would be glorious. Elio. I remember seeing the trailer for this when it first came out. And if I'm being honest, I actually quite like what I saw. I mean, it's Pixar, so it's not too hard to mess up. I'm gonna put that right there. I typically, there's not many Pixar movies that I don't like. And Elio, I think that's how you pronounce it. Elo, however you pronounce it. Seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I mean, it's Pixar again. Can't really go wrong. I have almost no clue what this is. I know this is some sort of Captain Underpants knockoff thing just by looking at the art style. Don't really care. I don't know what it is. I know my nephew, he reads these books. I just don't know too much about what this is. Okay, Fast X Part 2. I'm excited. Unlike a lot of people, like the Fast and Furious franchise just purely based off of its ridiculousness and how unrealistic it is. That's just what the series is at this point, and that's what I expect going in. I enjoyed Jason Momoa in the first Fast X movie, and I hear this is where they're ending it. So I guess we'll see what happens there. The Batman Part 2 is probably I believe it's my second most anticipated movie of next year. The first, Robert Pattinson, if you guys did not know, is my favorite Batman as of current, as far as live action goes, because Kevin Conroy will never be replaced. But I just love that universe, and I wish it was our main series Batman, but I'm okay with it not being our main series Batman. I just want it to focus on being the best that it can be, and that just being it. Like, I just love that series, and I hope we get a trilogy out of it, at least. I would love them to do branch offs and stuff. I love that Robert Pattinson Batman universe, and just can't wait to go back to it. Okay, so next up we got Avatar 3. I love the Avatar series, and I'm ready for that. I mean, all day. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Avatar, I don't really know how I feel about the Avatar, because they're going to be making like 5 or 6 of them. I will watch any movie that James Cameron puts out, because he's just great. I mean, I watched Way of Water in theaters opening night, and I just felt like I had gone back to something that I so very much missed. And so, another opportunity to go back to the world of Avatar, count me in. I'm there all day. What do we have next here? Oh, this is my most anticipated movie of next year. Boom. As somebody who, I don't know if you guys can tell, over here I have all 4 of my Fantastic Four Funko Pops. I am a massive Fantastic Four fan, with Reed Richards being my favorite of the bunch, and I have talked to a bunch of the people in my life, and we have definitely agreed that we are seeing this opening night. There is no question about it. I know a lot of people are like, can Pedro Pascal really pull off Mr. Fantastic? I think he can. I think he can, especially with the rumor that this movie takes place in the 60s. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. And I feel like Pedro Pascal, even given how, he's not young per se, but he does have one of those faces where, like, he could kind of portray someone, like, in their 30s. And I like that. I think that's a pretty interesting quality in an actor when you can pull off, like, some multiple ages. So I think that's pretty cool. But as far as our other cast, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, I just think that it looks good. And I love that. I've been really waiting for them to make some new Fantastic Four stuff after Fan Four Stick, because we all know how bad that was. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens with that. But I'm definitely excited for that. Next up, we have Blade, the movie that's been delayed more times than I can count. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I don't know much about it at the moment, but I would put it like right here. because I don't know much about what direction they're going with it. When we find that out, this definitely could go up though for me. The Bad Guys too. So I remember seeing the first one. Sure, why not? I mean, it was a good movie. I didn't think it was bad by any means. It was fine. So, sure. So I believe this is The Rock. I believe this is just meant to be the Moana live action movie that's coming out next year. If I'm being quite honest, sure, why not? I mean, I don't really much care, but I just don't really all that much care. I like Moana, the movie, but this just feels like kind of like a cash grab. Okay, so this is a complicated one for me. Thunderbolts, the Thunderbolts movie coming out. Originally, I was really excited for this movie. Then we saw the cast, and I was like, ugh. As most of you know, Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU character. I don't like that they've just, like, cut his hair short and made him all, you know, like, I like his Winter Soldier look. He doesn't have to be the Winter Soldier, but give him the look, you know? Make him look cool. Don't make him look goofy, like they did in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm worried because, like, they have people like the Taskmaster from Black Widow that isn't even, like, was being, like, mind controlled and, like, doesn't even have, like, it's just, like, a whole tech thing. I don't like that. And a lot of this team just seems like rinse and repeat of other characters, like, just, like, assassins, but that, like, don't really differ in the way that they kill people. Like, they just use their hands or something like that. So, I need to see a trailer. I need to see a trailer or a different possible lineup of maybe characters that we didn't, you know. I need to know something like that because I want to be excited, but I'm not until I see something like that. So, right now, as much as it pains me, I'm putting it at the top of excited because I want to be excited, but I'm not going to get my hopes up quite yet. Oh, the Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa and Jack Black. I'm psyched for. I'm actually quite psyched for. It just seems like such an obscure movie. What? Jason Momoa in the Minecraft movie? And Jack Black? That makes more sense. But, yeah. Okay, so next up we have Paddington 3, which I believe is called Paddington in Peru. So I have watched Paddington 1. I have not watched the second one, which I probably should do before I go to see Paddington in Peru. But from what I've heard, these are I think the first one was really good. From what I've heard, the second one's fantastic. So I would honestly put this, but here's the thing. How excited am I for it? I would probably just put my excitement here. Not that it's gonna be bad, it's just like, Paddington doesn't invoke the same feeling as a lot of these other titles do for me. Next we have some new SpongeBob movie. I liked the first SpongeBob movie, and I didn't even, like, hate Out of Water either. I thought that was pretty fun. Everything that they've tried to do after that, just no. I'm sorry. I don't really care. I think the first one will never be matched in quality, because it's just so memeable and funny, and I don't even know anybody who watches a modern day SpongeBob show, like all the new stuff that comes out on Nickelodeon. I just watch reruns of the old stuff. Like, and it's not even like the first, like, it's like pretty decent episodes, you know, like the Crane Machine one, or just all those different things. So I would put this in sure why not, because it's like, it's just another SpongeBob movie. I don't know much about it. The Snow White live action adaptation, I kind of feel the same way. I know Rachel Zegler has gotten a lot of backlash about her whole thing. I would put that, like, right there. I mean, I'm excited, just not, like, a lot of these is just like, I need a trailer. That's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. Zootopia 2. I was a massive fan of the first Zootopia movie, and I would honestly put that right there. I think Zootopia is a really good franchise, and I would even like to see a third movie from them. So, yeah, pick it up, Disney. Jurassic World 4. So this is more of like a recent announcement, actually. And as somebody who likes the first Jurassic World. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like. I was not a fan of Dominion. I was not a fan of that. I'm excited for it. I am excited for this movie. I think that a lot of I just think that they need to. I hope this is like not like they need to do something a little fresh here. Liven up the franchise a little bit, make it like more marketable again. Do that. Oh boy, one of my favorites for next year. See, this is where I know people are probably going to disagree with me, and that's okay. It's going right there. As somebody, you can't see it, but right over here, I have a Tron Legacy poster in this room. And I love Tron Legacy so much. I know a lot of people, you know, have different issues with just the CGI and some de-aging elements with Jeff Bridges. But all that aside, I still really like the movie. And the fact that we're getting, you know, Cameron Monaghan, we're getting Evan Peters, we're getting Jared Leto. What a cast. So I just pray on everything that is holy that this movie does well, because I just want to go in theaters and watch a good Tron movie. So that is where that holds for me. This is for the Michael Jackson biopic that I believe is coming out next year. And honestly, I'm pretty excited for it. I usually typically do like these biopics that they put out. I would put this at the top of my excited, because the biopics that they typically put out are pretty darn good. So, yeah, that goes there. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. I don't know if they're calling it that anymore. I know this could... I don't know if this is the one where it's like they're making more Mission Impossibles after this. But I do know that I love the first Dead Reckoning movie. And quite honestly, I would put it like right... It might even go like right there for me. I really enjoyed the first one, and if, you know, again, it's Tom Cruise doing action stuff. That's it. And I am a sucker, so of course I'll watch it. So this is one I don't know too much about. I did a reaction to the first trailer for the Wicked Part 1 movie coming out later this year. This is for Part 2 coming out next year. It's hard to say right now because I haven't seen the first one, but the trailer looks good for the first one. So as of right now, I would probably put my excitement right there. It looks good. I'm excited for it. So that is my list for 2025 movies and just kind of excitement where I would put them. But let me know your list down in the comments below. You know, oh hey, like what are you excited for? All of those things, and be sure to stay tuned for more videos like this as well. I might even do a show one for shows coming out next year, or just something like that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, guys, peace.